Chinese gaming giant Tencent has announced new restrictions on how long minors can play its online games after it came under pressure from Chinese state media. In a social media post, the company said it was introducing the measures after relevant authorities requested greater protection of minors in gaming and for companies to carry out their societal responsibility. Minors playing the company's hit game Honor of Kings will now only be allowed to play for a single hour each day and 2 hours on holidays. The restriction will also block children under 12 from spending money in-game. The decision was taken after an article was published by the state-run Economic Information Daily that warned teenagers were addicted to online video games and called for the industry to be curbed. The newspaper particularly criticized Tencent's game Honor of Kings, which it reported was sometimes played by students for up to 8 hours a day. It also said that online video games had grown into spiritual opium worth hundreds of billions. Its publication followed rules that came into effect on the 1st of June that require companies to verify players' age and identities to limit how much time minors spend playing. Within hours, the article was no longer accessible on the newspaper's website, before later reappearing with some of its harsher language removed. Some sources mentioned the article had been intended to test the waters and may have been more extreme than regulators' stance, thus prompting its removal. Tencent undoubtedly felt the effect of this decision, and its shares fell as much as 10.8% in Hong Kong before stopping losses to close down 6.6%. Importantly, its online games business generated $6 billion in the first quarter and accounted for 30% of its total revenues. The company is a giant in the gaming space. It owns 40% of Fortnite maker Epic Games, 81.4% of the company Supercell, who's behind Clash of Clans and other games, and also 5% of gaming giant Activision Blizzard, who's behind both World of Warcraft and Call of Duty. Analysts said that Tencent had to react quickly as the article could represent the viewpoint of some officials. Some also referred to the internet industry being under fire and causing companies to be nervous. Interestingly, the company had been able to take a quiet path up to now through the tech sector crackdown. However, that suddenly changed last week when the company announced it was halting all user registrations for WeChat as it upgraded its security technology to align with all relevant laws and regulations. Looking at the broader picture, Chinese regulators have been pursuing a relentless crackdown on the sector. In recent weeks, China reaffirmed plans for a new overseas listings regime, imposed data security reviews on companies seeking to sell shares abroad, and outlawed the country's $100 billion private tutoring industry from making profits. On Wednesday, Chinese media tried to tone down the criticism. The editor of China's Global Times newspaper said he did not think the Economic Information Daily article was making a declaration, and cautioned against misreading China's regulatory efforts. Overall, this is an interesting development in Chinese authorities' announced focus on protecting child well-being, as they said they want to further strengthen rules around online gaming and education. Thank you as always for watching our videos. Please do consider leaving us a like, a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.